Shoebridge can say, we mentioned racism in the report, but if you don't mandate in the recommendations, then what happens? Another 30 years of nothing. Another 30 years of families having to open their wounds, open their trauma to a country who walks past, who doesn't care. Because this nation was founded on us not being here. But we are still here every day in the colony. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite the deadly brother, Jungaji Brady, up all the way from Queensland, Brisbane Black Mob, eh? Give him a round of applause, people. You've probably seen this fellow all over media lately. No, he's not single. Okay, ladies, leave him alone. I'll put him on the spot here. Oh, they're going to kill me. Don't worry, Uncle John. Here we go.
Ngayon po di Jungaji bukulan di kamutin ko pa ma. Ngayon karena kalakaw pa iyo agad ko wala. Wala yung nari mo kaya no. Ngayon po ini jango ko. My name is Jungaji Brady. I'm a genealogy guru government for Farmer Queensland. My respect to the traditional owners here and the elders past and present. I come with a bright ceremony. Having said that, I am coming soon and I am a bit tired and fatigued. It's been a long day of advocating for our loved ones who no longer have a voice. I lost my dear Auntie Sherry, my mother's younger baby sister in the Brisbane Watch House in September. It was a harrowing time for the family. And we seek transparency, truth-telling and justice from all sectors of government. As a collective of all the families who make up many skin groups, language groups, to call out the Prime Minister and to make him accountable for all these injustices that have been inflicted on our peoples. 5 deaths this last month is harrowing, it's inexplicable. 470 deaths, 74, 75 deaths since the Royal Commission is a modern genocide. And it's sad, and it makes me sad, and all the other people that have lost loved ones. We just wonder what the future holds for our little ones that are coming after us, and those children that are yet to be born. So again, we are tired, but we will not stand down and enable all these adversities and all these injustices to continue. There's too much at stake. I have 2 grandchildren, I have 2 boys, and we want to see them reach their full potential in a society that is embracing. And there's a call to action, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, white fellas, black fellas, in Brisbane in September. Come up there. We're going to be marching. We have all the backing of the many different movements around Australia, but we need to make noise and we need to make the system accountable. Well, love you all. Thanks for turning up. We've still got a long fight. A lot of money.
Do we have any of the other families here today? Apologies from Brother Lex Watton as well today. Apologies from the Murray family and also the Icky family, just dealing with other sorry business. So roll, where you going, roll? He rolling. Anyway, any of the other families up there would like to speak? This is your microphone, this is your platform. Other than that, if not so, I'd like to invite my deadly staunch niece, Tamika Ty, to come down and take this from me.
Hello everyone, my name is Tamika Ty. I am a Gomeroi Dungutty of Birra Parliament. It is so painful to be here today. So painful. We see people walking past every second. Back in June, they made a testament to say that Black Lives Matter, but apparently they don't anymore. That is an embarrassment to themselves, their families, and this country. An embarrassment. We stand here today and we demand that our lives do. We demand it. I am sick and tired of seeing my people die. We don't even need to commit a crime in this country to die at the hands of the police anymore. It's been 250 years of oppression. When does it fucking end?
You know wrong. You do Diane Coe. My name is Diane Coe. Good day to everybody. I'm a Wiradjuri woman and this is my birth country. You're a Gadigal country. Like everybody's been saying, it's 30 years this year. To us it's been since invasion that our people have been killed. And not once has the justice system done the right thing by us. The crimes and the atrocities that are committed here in this country to Aboriginal people is overwhelming. It's disgraceful. But when are we going to band together, like Gwenda said, Aboriginal people and non-Aboriginal people, because they are doing it to your people too. Don't you worry about that. Why is it that our children are being shot? My younger cousin was unarmed. Laying face down the ground, he was handcuffed. Now he's the one in trouble for being shot. He got charged. I have two great uncles, one that was hunted, the other one was shot on St Peter's Station. Still, today, no justice for us. Like the women and men have said here today, it affects everyone in the community. It's refreshing. It's refreshing because we were invaded. Our country was stolen by people who have no empathy or sympathy for what they've done fucking wrong to us.
You can hear it through our voices, you can see it through our tears. We are tired. We are sorry, you know? Enough's enough. Michaela, are you out there, Michaela? Is Michaela there? Ian. Ian, where are you at? He's gone too, did he? I suppose people, well, what we can say is that, you know, our fights never are over. We will continue to fight. We do have Facebook sites like FIST, ASIN and all these other groups. The Aboriginal 10 Embassy sites as well. Stay tuned, stay involved with those, keep on notice because we aren't finished. We're no longer going to be silent. We have non-Indigenous families and friends out there who want to come up and tell your stories. Come on up, this is your platform as well. Anyone else that would like to have a talk, roll. You sure? Come on, roll.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm really humbled for this. The struggle we see in the last probably 1 year from the Aboriginal people has been incredible. Never stopping. Never one step back. So, as a non-Aboriginal, the only thing I can say, that is the way. Never a step back. Never a step back, not supporting our brothers and sisters, not being with them. What they are saying to us, even they cannot say, I don't know if they can say or not, but they can say to us absolutely clear is many of the protests that we are not free. I mean, probably many of them work 23 hours a day, they cannot survive, all the stupidities that you can hear. But I'm gonna tell you something that's my experience after some years in this situation. Please remember this. We are not going to be free until the Aboriginal people will be free. That is the reality. Thank you.
We do, and like I said, a lot of this here we do, and it's supported by a lot of you friends. And a lot of those solidarity groups, such as the Brother Vinyl, I'm going to invite up now to have a speak. These solidarity groups, my hats off, a big thank you to all of you because you helped make this happen as well. And together we are fucking powerful, remember that. Woo.
Thanks everyone. Thank you, Auntie Gwenda. My name is Vanil. I was formerly the National Union of Students Anti-Racism Officer. I no longer am, but I'm also here as a member of Socialist Alternative, helping with the fight. Can I just firstly say a massive amount of respect and solidarity to everyone here today who has kept up the fight year after year after year, no matter every setback, no matter every challenge, no matter every life loss and all the pain and the suffering that everyone has endured. It is nothing short of inspirational that despite all that, everyone here today is continuing that fight and committed to continuing that fight. And you have my utmost solidarity and respect for that. Thank you very, very much. You're an inspiration to us all. I think if today should teach us anything, it should teach us that justice is never willingly given by the very institutions that exist to oppress us. It never has been, and it never will be. And I think it is just another reminder to us that the world is not going to change unless we get together and we change it, and we tell the people in power, through our own power on the streets, that change is coming whether they like it or not. And that is something I think that all of us here have to absolutely commit to. We're not going to give up this fight. We're not going to give up on turning out when we have to. We're not going to stop hitting the streets. Right now on the other side of the world, I'm not sure if people have seen, there are protests again in the United States because another black man there was murdered by the police at a traffic stop. Young 20-year-old man who had his life killed as well. But one thing that I find quite remarkable is how quickly they've moved to charge the cops there. And I think that is down to the fact that thousands of people have scared the institutions of power, so they have to pretend like they're doing something. We know that they're not going to deliver justice, but they have to pretend. And I think that is the power of people on the streets, and that is a power that we have to keep going. And sometimes it's going to look like 10,000, sometimes it's going to look like 100, sometimes it might look like 5 people. But we have to keep fighting to build that power because we know we're on the right side of history. We know we're on the right side of history, and one day when we all unite, we know we're going to change history. That's what we're going to do.
Okay, as I said, we've got a lot of Delhi solidarity groups, and I'd like to introduce Mahar. Okay? Okay, sorry. And I'll let him introduce where he's from.
Hello. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that we are on unceded land which was taken through the use of colonial force, and the domination of that land continues through the continued application of colonial force. My name is Mikhail. I'm from ASIN. I'm from Pride and Protest. The Australian Student Environmental Network stands with the families of people who have been killed in custody. We stand with the First Nations community. We express our unbroken, unreserved solidarity because the destruction of the environment of this country was fueled by the dispossession of land from the First Nations community. And until that land and that sovereignty is fully recognized and fully acknowledged by those in economic and political power, we will not see environmental justice in this country. So we stand with the First Nations community. I'm also from Pride and Protest. We're a trans and gay rights organization. I'd like to say that we believe very strongly in the solidarity between our communities. We are both communities which are very heavily policed, very heavily faced with violence, overrepresented in the prison system, and we face the same root of our oppression. We also face the same economic exploitation. We got our own trans and gay individuals happy to sell out the rest of our community. Shame on them. Yay! We're aware of individuals like Veronica Baxter, a trans First Nations woman who was murdered when she was placed in a male prison. She was killed by the intersection of her First Nations and her transgender identity. And it is horrific and shocking that a so-called civilized country which claims to care about its minority groups would allow something like this to happen. And more recently, we saw the murder of Melody Bruno, a Philippine trans woman, by an agent of the state he got off free. He was let go due to a miscarriage of justice. Yeah, it's a fucking miscarriage of justice that you fucking let him go. And so we see the intersection between transphobia, homophobia, and racism in this country. And until our communities can stand together and fight back, when our communities stand together and fight back against the same root causes, we will find a mutual liberation. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak. Thank you all for coming.
Next I'd like to invite Linda Kennedy up from Ishta.
Hey everybody, my name's Linda Kennedy. I've been working with Ishta and Black Lives Matter for a number of years. I'd like to acknowledge that we're on unceded Gadigal land. I just wanted to say that during the course of the last couple of years, I've noticed something really, really significant, and that's a lot of people come to rallies and then they forget about Black Lives Mattering. They come to a rally and they're all rah, 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 and it matters on the day. Can I just tell you, it matters every single day. Every day. Solidarity, it's not just a word, it's an action. And if you don't do that action every single day, then you don't have solidarity. And so don't come to me and say, yes, solidarity system, because I'm not seeing it. If you're going to talk it, I want to see you walk it as well. Yeah. All right? Now, I'm a white woman, and I've got adult sons. They're white. I never worry about them going out. You know why? They're white kids. They're not going to be profiled. But all of these black matriarchs you see here today, every single one of their kids has been profiled because they're black kids. Exactly, shame. Shame on all these blue fellas up there. Every single one of them. And if you want to have real solidarity, you will get in the trenches with the rest of us, you will get on the streets, and you will make yourself heard. Thank you.
Oh, well, guys, it's been a long, draining, emotional day for us all. I want to say thank you very much. A big thank you to Susan Dixon, Jungaji Brady, Chelsea Bond, Wadigo, Michaela Reynolds, Martin Hodgson, Annie Jenny and Annie Shirley from New